Welcome to Daily Meditation with Sangha Live.
Thank you, George, and good morning, everybody. It's really lovely to see the messages in the chat and to feel you all arriving, and I'm really happy to be back here sitting with you this morning at Sangha Live. And as we were saying, I haven't been here for some time leading these sessions, but actually I was unwell earlier in the year, and I was joining you myself as a participant, and really appreciated the possibility of coming to sit and feeling the sense of being in Sangha and setting the mind up well for the day ahead. And so just feeling a lot of gratitude and appreciation to Sangha Live and to all of you. And I see there's so many people who are pretty regular in this platform, and really, thank you for your commitment. And also warm welcome to anyone who's coming back after a long break, or is just here occasionally, or indeed who's here for the first time. So I'm just going to adjust my screen so I can see better what I'm up to. That's right. Yes, so when we're invited to come and lead a series of morning meditations, George Jorge always asks us for a topic, and this is, a long time in advance of what we're doing. And I came up with this rather ambitious project of looking at Dharma here and now. And I think it was partly inspired by Bodhi College, who I also teach for. At the end of each year, before they send out the New Year's newsletter, all the teachers on the faculty are asked to come up with something to put into the newsletter. And this year we were asked to have just in a few words, what was going to be the focus, or what we wanted to be the focus of our practice in the coming year. And this was what I came up with, the sense that practice is now. I didn't exactly say Dharma here and now, but practice is now. Recognizing how frequently I procrastinate things, even in terms of things like coming to sit, or just generally that sense that most of us fall into a lot of the time, is that this is a good idea, but I'll do it in future. And yet, so anyway, I thought I would support my own aspiration to remind myself of the immediacy of practice and Dharma in your company. So we're going to look this week at some of the things that help us and hinder us in remembering and engaging with practice as a here and now thing, rather than a rather good idea that we might implement at some time in the future. And obviously, as our world becomes more and more unstable and unraveling and unpredictable, there's also a sense of urgency, at least for me, that arises with that. It's like, in the midst of uncertainty, what can we really deal with, and where do I want to be putting my attention? So one of the first quote or teaching that I want to point us to this morning is actually not the Buddha. It's our old friend, many of us, John Kabat-Zinn, and his definition of mindfulness as the awareness that arises from paying attention on purpose in the present moment and non-judgmentally. So in the present moment, the awareness that arises from paying attention in the present moment. So let's just take a pause and feel. How is it to be paying attention in the present moment? And just see for yourself what happened when we took a pause and I gave you that invitation. So when we go into our longer meditation together, the question that I'd like to offer you for this morning is, what is the present moment? Not as a philosophical speculation, but as something to ask ourselves experientially. Because the more we investigate it, the more mysterious it gets. And yet it's fundamentally important. So we can think of, and I find myself doing this at different times. Sometimes we think of the present moment as a point in time running from the past to the future. It's almost you've got the line of time running along here and here, where I am now. That's the present moment, this point on a line. But Ajahn Sumedho used to talk about the present moment as the point that includes. The point that includes, almost as the space of awareness that includes everything that's arising right now, at least in this awareness, my awareness, each of our awareness. See, and these two ideas yield a different feel and different way maybe of intersecting with or interacting with our experience. So I don't want to get us all and myself really confused before we've even begun our week, but we can look at this a bit in the meditation and we can talk about it afterwards. But I wanted to share also, as a way of priming the pump, very famous teaching from the Buddha in the Pali Canon. It's a set of verses that are found in several different discourses, quite a number of discourses, including some in what are considered to be the very earliest bit of the Pali Canon in the Sutta Nipata, called An Auspicious Day. And I'm reading from Gil Fronsdal's translation in The Buddha Before Buddhism. So an auspicious day, or sometimes called a well-spent day. So this is a great thing for us to contemplate at the start of a new day for many of us. Don't chase the past or long for the future. The past is left behind. The future is not yet reached. Having insight into whatever phenomena are present, right where they are. Not faltering, not agitated, By knowing whatever is present, one develops the mind. Don't chase the past or long for the future. The past is left behind. The future is not yet reached. Having insight into whatever phenomena are present right where they are, not faltering and not agitated. By knowing whatever is present, one develops the mind. Ardently do what should be done today. Who knows, death may come tomorrow. There is no bargaining with mortality. Whoever dwells thus ardent, active day and night, is, says the peaceful sage, the Buddha, one who has an auspicious day. So let's cultivate together some auspiciousness in our day, whether it is the morning for us or we're punctuating our day in some way. Let's meditate together. I'll give some guidance and some suggestions, and then we can share some thoughts together about this afterwards. So let me just put us back onto a view. Good. All right, so please make yourself comfortable wherever you are. And having a sense of arriving here, resting back into your seat or whatever meditation posture you choose, resting back into the ground that's supporting you. So we switch from being a little bit more like the thought that came to my mind is a greyhound running along the line of time, and a little bit more like a tree that stays in the same place for hundreds of years. So feeling our earthedness, this resting back. As we become still and quiet, there's a lovely poem that talks about letting the heart get its legs on the ground. So not only does the body come to rest, but also letting the heart come to rest in the body and the head come to rest in the heart. And opening awareness to receive, to become sensitive to the movement of the breath in the body, the rising and falling of the breath, however, wherever you feel it. And letting it take its own time. So we don't have to interfere with or control the breath in any way. Which also doesn't mean getting stressed about, and we notice as we give the breath more attention, sometimes it does feel like we're controlling it. So just letting all this happen naturally. And because our aspiration is to be as present as possible, as awake as possible to what's happening in the present, there's absolutely no hurry because there's nowhere else to go. You can give this body, this breath, all the time it needs. We can savor it. Giving ourselves permission to just simply be. In the words, the famous title of Ram Dass's book, to be here now. And if you have a particular way you like to meditate or flowing along with something, then please feel welcome to meditate as you wish. And if you would like to, you might just experiment with joining me in just asking yourself, what tells me I'm here? Not a trick question, no right answer. Just an interesting exploration as we sit together. What tells me I'm here? Now. So as we notice what tells us we're here and now, maybe also seeing within that experience what helps us stay connected, grounded. Is there some aspect of our experience that is comfortable, helpful to steady us here now? So maybe that feeling of the body resting on the earth, or the rise and fall of the breath, or maybe the sounds around us. We might also notice that another feature of what's happening here and now is the quality of the attention that we're giving ourselves, or the weather pattern in the heart. Can we approach this practice with some sense of friendliness, ease, kindness towards ourselves, and feeling the kindness of the group that's meditating with us? If what's telling you you're here is something difficult, like a pain in the body, or a worry, or difficult thought in the mind, and really acknowledging that with some care, but also then maybe taking this sense of awareness as a space that includes, now as a point that includes, just seeing, well, what else is here also in that space? Not to push difficulty away, but to, in a way, make ourselves larger around the difficulty. Make awareness larger around the difficulty. So are you here? And what tells you, what is telling you you're here? And if you're not here, may be interesting to ask, what's telling me I'm not here? Maybe letting this exploration be a little playful, and not getting too serious about it, too grim. Where are you now? Are you still here? In the last couple of minutes of the meditation, maybe dropping any inquiry altogether and just letting yourself rest as you are. And perhaps feeling the sense of community meditating together. And the good-heartedness that's present, and letting that good-heartedness kind of radiate out to whoever, wherever it feels called to go this morning. Other people around you at home or wherever you are. Out through cyberspace and physical space. To dedicate any good energy or benefit that's arisen from our practice together for the welfare of all beings.
Today's podcast is an offering to you from our archive of freely available live daily classes. We make wisdom teachings and meditations as freely available as possible to as many people as wish to practice. You can help ensure we can continue to support a worldwide Sangha by leaving a review wherever you get your podcasts, by sharing this with someone who'd be interested, and by offering a small financial support at sangha.live/donate.